Happy Sunday, children. Once again, welcome to Roshan Academy, Learn and Succeed. Let's start today with English marking scheme analysis of the latest CBSE 10th paper pattern, that is 2020-21. Children, let's start with the marking analysis of your English paper standard 10th 2020-21 of the CBSE board. Here under your English paper you are having 13 questions which has to be answered in a time limit of 3 hours and the marks allotted are 80. The paper is subdivided into two parts, part A and part B, both equally carrying 40 marks. Now part A is further subdivided into three parts, that is the reading type questions, literature based question, then and grammar based question. Reading based questions are covering 20 marks of your paper, and under this comes question number 1 and question number 2. Literature part based questions are of 10 marks and question 3 and 4 belong to this criteria. Grammar questions are covering 10 marks. Question 5, 6 and 7 belong to this criteria. Part B again we have 40 marks, and under this we have two subsections, that is the writing and the literature part. Here writing section covers 10 marks and question 8 and 9 come under this section. Literature part is quite a bigger part where you are getting 30 marks, and children, this is the seen part, that is from your textbook, so you can grab this 30 marks easily if you have done with your textbook lessons and all the parts very clearly. You can grab this marks and put it in your pocket. Question 10, 11, 12 and 13 come under your literature part. So that was about question number wise analysis of your English paper, which covers 13 questions in all. Now after this we will be seeing detailed analysis of the question and the mark allotment given to each question. One more reminder that I want to give you, children, is further in our revision series we will be covering all these sections that we have given under part A and part B in detail, along with some extra questions so that you can practice at home. We are not only covering the sample question paper and explaining it, analyzing it, but we are also providing you along with that extra questions which are similar to the type of question given in your sample paper. So that will help you to keep practicing English questions. So we will be having a detailed extra questions revision series based on all these 13 type of questions. Okay, so let's now move to the detailed analysis mark wise and question number wise, that is from question 1 to question 13. What are the different types of question covered, how many marks are allotted for that, and all these things. So let's analyze the marking scheme question wise. Your paper is divided into two parts, part A and part B. Each section carries 40 marks. Under part A, you're having question 1 to 7. Let's start with part A. Part A's first question is a discursive passage. Now before starting with the marking scheme, let me explain what is discursive passage. A discursive passage is a passage where the writer rambles from topic to topic. That means there can be a slight change in topic from that if you compare the first para, the second para, like that, and you may get little bit confused. So you should be very attentive while reading this type of passage and try to establish the connection or the link, or to try to understand what the writer wants to convey, and then only go to the question part. Now here you will be having 12 questions given, each carrying 1 mark, out of which you have to attempt any 10. That means discursive passage part question number 1 carries 10 marks. Now inside each question you are having 4 options, so you have to just select one option. It is very easy because 1 mark question options are given. Now Question 2 is a case based or a factual based passage. Now the difference between discursive passage and fact based passage is that factual passages are very true. They are giving you facts, evidences which are actually happening, and it's not any, there's no vague statement there, and you can see some dates are given, some events are given which are actually based on facts. That is the difference between discursive and factual passage. In discursive passage, you can see it can be the writer's opinion, and there are clues also to understand whether a given passage is a discursive one or is a factual one. The clues are that you can see that some words like I suggest or I think that. So these are the writer's opinion. Whereas in fact-based question, you will get some numbers, some figures, some evidences, or some events, all these things. So now in question 2, you will have case-based question or factual passages. 10 questions you have to attempt from 12. Again, they are 1 mark question, and here you are getting 10 marks in this question number 2. Question 3 is a literature-based prose section question. Here you are having 2 questions, that is divided into part A and part B. From this part A and part B, you have to attempt any one and you can get 5 marks if you are correct. Question 4 is literature based, but it is on the poem section. Here also it is divided into part A and part B. You can attempt any one, either part A or part B, and get 5 marks here. Question 5, 6 and 7 are grammar based question. That means totally if you see grammar part, you can get 10 marks. So grammar question of question 5 has no options. You have to attempt all the 3 1 mark questions here. Now question 6 is also grammar part without any options, and you have to attempt all the 3 1 mark questions here. Question 7 is a grammar part question, but here you have options. Attempt any 4 out of 6. That means 1 into 4 means you can get 4 marks in question number 7 grammar part. So that was about part A, which covers 40 marks of your paper. Let's move to part B. Under part B, you have questions from 8 to question number 13. Now question 8 is a writing part, which is testing your writing skill or writing ability. And if you have gone through the question paper, sample question paper given by CBSE, you can see that it is a formal letter type of question given there, where a situation is given or a topic is given and you have to write letter over that, and it is a formal letter. So in your sample question paper, there is a question given, that is write a letter to the SHO, or you can write a letter on delivery of books. So any one you have to write. Similarly, in your paper also, you may be getting any 2 topics on a formal letter, and you have to write on any one, and you can get 5 marks. Now about this 5 marks are further subdivided into content. That is, content is carrying 2 marks, expression is carrying 2 marks, and format, that is the format of the letter, if it is correct, you can get 1 mark. Okay, so content 2 marks, expression 2 marks, and format 1 mark. Now let's move to question number 9. It is also a writing part containing analytical paragraph writing. That means here you are having 2 parts, part A and part B. You have to attempt any one. If you see the sample question paper, they have given examples there. That is, data on purchase of digital device is one question, and the other one is argument for excerpt, ban on plastic. You can write on any one. You have to analyze what is said there, and then you have to write accordingly, selecting any one. Here also you are getting 5 marks. Now next is question number 10. Question number 10 is literature part, and it is a scene part. Now if you see very closely, you can understand question 10, 11, 12 and 13 are all passages from the scene section, that is from your textbook, and you can actually grab this mark easily if you are done with your that is passage of the textbooks. You have to read your textbook continuously for that, and you can score this 30 marks very easily. 10, 11, 12 and 13 total it covers 30 marks. So question 10 is literature based question. Here the word limit is given 20 to 30. Part A and part B both are carrying 3 questions, and from each, that is part A, you have to write any 2, part B you have to write any 2. That means in total you are writing 4 questions of 2 marks each, carrying 8 marks from this particular section. Now question 11 is also a literature based question, which is having questions from both your books, that is from the First Flight as well as from the Footprints Without Feet. And here the word limit given is 40 to 50. Again you have part A with 3 questions, part B with 3 questions. You have to write any 2 from A and any 2 from B. Total 4 questions you are writing in all, and they are all 3 marks question. That is the reason why the word limit is more. So 12 marks belong to this question number 11. Now about this word limit, children, I will tell you once again. I had already told in my previous video that you keep writing and just see 20 to 30 words means how many lines, and that you have to keep in mind when you come for your English paper, and just write that many lines because you don't have time to sit and count the words. Okay, so that is one trick to write according to what is needed. Don't write too much or too little and then waste your time there. Question 12 is again literature based question from First Flight, and again you have 2 questions, attempt any one, and it carries 5 marks. Question 13 is literature based question from the book Footprints Without Feet. Attempt any one out of 2 questions, it carries 5 marks. So this was about how you are going to how you are going to write your paper, and also about the marks allotted to each and every question in the question paper, that is a marking scheme of the CBSE 10th English paper. Now I'm going to say about some important points that you have to ponder over, or the points that you should never forget. Okay, so these are that question 10 to 13 are from your textbook based question, so you have to go through it thoroughly and try to grab this 30 marks. It's very easy, children. Next, be quick while reading the passages. Underline the unfamiliar words, the phrases that you go through, because later on it can happen that the same word or the same phrase has come up in the form of a question, and then if you have not underlined, you have to keep searching, where was it, where is it, like that. So instead of that, you can just go on underlining as you read if you find some unfamiliar thing, and then when you come to the question, it becomes very easy for you to go back and find out that part. Now, one very important thing that I want to say that CBSE has highlighted, that I'll be showing you in the next slide. Now children, you can very clearly see under the marking scheme provided by the CBSE board, what I have done is I have highlighted the very important point which they have mentioned. They have said that under the questions which are having options, you have to select only one option, children. Strictly you have to select only one option. I have marked there with red color. You can see that they are saying that if out of, say for example, you are having 4 options A, B, C, D, and you are not sure about the option, you think that okay, I'll select 2 options A and C, let me see whether the teacher is giving me marks. No, teacher will not give you a single mark, because see the sentence that they have written, you have to select only one option. 2 answers chosen will result in 0 credit of mark. So don't be over smart and select 2 options and keep, you will get 0 marks. Okay, even if one answer from that is correct, you will not get marks for that. So be very particular at selecting only one answer which you feel sensible. Okay, that is a very important point that I wanted to highlight. And now the pic that is very close to it, you can see the next highlighted part with the red color that you can see here. Here is, suppose you are writing something that is very lengthy, you try to write in paragraph. They have written there paragraph is recommended. Don't keep on just writing in points. You have to divide that particular into whatever points you are writing into sensible paragraphs, and so that you can establish a proper connectivity between them. These are the very 2 important points that I wanted to highlight. Now about what's going to come up in our next video. We are going to start a weekly English revision series, and you will have your sample question paper, question number 1, explanation and analysis coming up in the next video. You will also be provided with an extra question on discursive passage type, and the answer of which will be provided in the next series.